it's Farmer Nick. Welcome back to another Farming Simulator 2022 video. Today we are back here on Elmcreek once again, and today we actually pulled back the save game to actually get the sorghum. James and I have actually went ahead and harvested this field once. So I got James is in the 9R. He's going to follow me down to the field, and we're going to unload coming back up. We're just striking out here down on field, I don't know if you want to call this field 60 or what kind of field you really want to call it, but I'm just going to call it the big corner field, the big horse farm field. Seem reasonable, James?
Yeah, I mean, or, you know, you could just add all the numbers up and just call it that field.
Yeah, that's one way of doing it. So I do apologize that we're doing this again. Like, originally I had videos kind of already figured out, but this one kind of screwed up, so we're doing this as like a normal video like we would do. So what James and I are doing is we're just going to get, we kind of borrowed, we got our semi, we have Riley's semi, and we went ahead and got Michael's semi. We just kind of went around and snagged semis. I don't know, we're just kind of borrowing semis. We're not stealing it, just borrowing it.
Yeah, we're just borrowing it. We'll bring it back. It might be in one piece. It might not be in one piece.
It's hard to say. Should we put a little fuel in it at least, or no?
Nah.
They won't notice.
Nah. They got fuel tanks at their farms. So.
Just stick it by the fuel barrel.
Yeah.
That's what we gotta do. We just gotta stick it by the actual fuel barrel.
Like,
sorghum is a little bit different to harvest, in my opinion. It's a little bit weird because all you're doing is taking the heads out of it. All you're doing is taking the grain off the top, cutting basically the heads off, and then you're leaving the stalk. So I don't know if the stalk is supposed to be for like cover crop. Is that supposed to be a thing? Or is it for like to come back and be cut again, like cut with a swather or something like that? Or is it to come back through and kind of mulch it up, plow it under for like, I don't know, what you call that, like a growth stage kind of? I don't know. James, you probably don't know much about sorghum, do you?
Nope.
No.
I ain't never heard of it until they announced it coming out for this game.
Like, there is new crops in it. Like, sorghum, I feel like, was a crop that a lot of people actually did kind of, it was added into quite a few maps, and now it's one of the base game crops, so no one really knows much about it. I don't think I could really find, there's got to be a way to find something out about it. There was a whole dealio here. I don't know. I'll have to look into that, but I think there's a whole thing in here that tells you about each crop. Yeah, right here. But that is not for, oh, it's just like grain. That's what it was. So never mind. But I think we're at the end. So that's the one thing that kind of does blow my mind is it's kind of hard to tell where you actually been. Like, you got to be paying attention a little bit. You can't be messing around in the shop or anything like that. If you guys are enjoying the series so far, hit that thumbs up button. I'd really appreciate it. So what we are basically going to be doing is we're going to be doing the County Line series, and then we're going to be doing the Elmcreek every other day, bouncing between. This week there will be videos up till Friday. There probably will not be a video or two Monday. Monday I don't think I'll be able to make any videos or anything like that because I'm going to go get my wisdom teeth out and stuff like that. I think James is going to throw that right on that truck when he's here. I'm not sure unless he wants to come back up and do her again. Probably. I was
like, we could dump, come back up, do it again.
Yeah, we could.
I ain't that full on the grain cart.
No, but we did end up actually, as you guys can see, we did end up trading grain carts out because we were kind of sick of that other grain cart where the tracks were like flopping like a penguin. Basically, as you guys seen on that Elmer's 1300 bushel, we decided to go up, like upgrade to a bigger grain cart. We are going to need it when we start harvesting all of our corn up here, as I can glitch. There we go. So, as you can see, we got a little bit of corn here, and then we got all this corn, but we're going to chop probably this, and then we still got 3 fields of corn to do. So, we got a little bit of corn, not as much, but next year growing on this map, all the ground that we're on right now is going to go into corn. And then we we got a bunch of hay ground. We picked up a few more acres. So we're gonna plant a lot more corn next year. A lot of corn and soybeans next year. We're still gonna have to put in a little bit of wheat. But the county line server is a private server where I am basically thinking what we are going to be doing on that series. I think I mentioned it yesterday. Basically, all that map is going to be for is basically to do massive operation farming. Might do some like normal videos on it. We'll see what you guys want. But to start off, is just going to be time lapses. We'll see how that goes. A lot of people kind of like seeing time lapses, different stuff that goes by a little bit different. I don't know, like for a while you guys did not want time lapses. I don't know. Probably new bunch of new crowd watching stuff like that. So if you guys would be interested in time lapses, let me know. Instead of me record like half and then just time lapse the last little bit, I could do that. Or what I'm thinking I'll do is like the whole entire one, like county line series. I'm thinking like start and finish should be just time lapses of us going up and down a field. Like it's gonna take a long time to harvest those vast fields, right, James?
Oh yeah.
Because what is the smallest field on there?
I think 148 acres.
Like those fields are massive.
Yeah. I think the smallest field we own is like field 20.
Yeah.
That's like the smallest field we have. Everything else is upwards to 200-300 acres.
Like it's gonna take us a long time. We're running 3 or 4. No, we're running 2 combines at the moment. We're gonna be upgrading 3 combines on soybeans. I believe that is the plan on soybeans at least. But on corn, we will stick with the 2 combines. The 2 bigger combines will go on that. And we're going to get like a 9870. We're going to put a 45-foot draper on it. I feel like it should be able to run it.
Oh, yeah, no problem.
We always have done it in 19. Because that was the only draper that came out. Like, I think the STS series combine was the first combine kind of out, wasn't it?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it was the first.
Like, it was out.
Like, actual modded combine.
Yeah, I think, like the good one, like American.
Yeah, not no piece of crap European junk.
Speaking of European stuff, if I go into the shop here, let's go to a tractor for instance. Oh yeah. Okay, so that tractor did not want me to customize it. But anyways, if I go to this tractor for instance, see this license plate? Like, why? Why do we need license plate on tractors? Really annoying. Every time I feel like since Giants have came out with a new update, we gotta go through and we have to go into the customizations and turn it to off. Every tractor since the new update came out is kind of annoying. It's like, why, Giants? Like, it's kind of a pain where us American people, I mean, I don't know if this game is more of a European, but I feel like a lot of more American people play it than European people. What do you think, James?
I mean, yeah, but it's kind of.
I get where they're
both.
going is they gotta. I get where they're going and stuff like that. Is the game is Giants are from what? Germany.
Germany, I think Germany, either Germany or England.
But
one of the 2.
Out there, that's where a lot of this game is based out of there. And see, there is a lot of European equipment in here, I understand. And they do have, like, I like how they have the option for European and American. I do like that feature. But I feel like if it was European, it can have the license plate. But if it was US, I feel like it'd be nice if it didn't have any of that kind of stuff and you could add it on still if you wanted to. So it's kind of hard to say what, but I really wish that the license plates did not get added on in the new update. I'm not sure what else really got updated in the game. I think a few glitches.
Yeah, a few glitches, a few bugs, and then they added a couple of new things.
They added in some more mods.
Well, some more equipment, yeah. Some brands that they didn't have before.
Yep. I think it would have been nice for some more John Deere stuff in here, but I mean, we can't complain with this big, nice Draper X9 in here, but still. I think it would have been nice to... I'm gonna go this way, cut out. I think it would have been nice to have some more John Deere, some more case, kind of stuff like that. I don't know. Sign there. Is there like a lot of cloths in here? It seems like.
Well, they got the whole Kloss DOC from 19 inside of here, so there's a good bit of Kloss in here.
It seems like there's almost a little bit of everything. I think there's a little bit more case, not as much like tractor-wise.
My feeling is with John Deere and Case and all them, is as newer tractors come out, they're just gonna make the new equipment for John Deere and Case a DOC where you gotta pay for it.
Yeah. Like, I like how they have the 7810, what is it, 47...
55?
55 or something in here. Like, I like having the older tractors in here to start out. That is really nice. I like that part. But I think it'd be nice to have some, like, older tractors yet. Like 4440s, 4020. Like, some open station tractors to start off with. Because you're not just gonna jump into a farm with cabs and stuff like that. I like how in 13, that's how it was. You got one cab tractor, and the rest was all. I think you had like 3 or 4 open station. You had some older tractors, a nice front wheel assist, little one, and then a bunch, 2 or 3 two-wheel drive ones, and an open station combine. So I think that was a pretty nice feature that they had there. I don't think there was as much European on the equipment then. But I could be wrong. I don't know. James, did you play much 13?
I played a little bit. That was kind of the... Well, no, I take that back. I got started in 2011. And then I started playing 13, but mainly 13. I just like getting on there playing with mods. And that was really it. I didn't really play a whole lot of actual farming in there.
Like it's kind of like 13. That's where the mods really kind of started. I feel like I never played until later on 2013, and then all of a sudden when 2015 came out, I bought that, and I really started playing then. Like I did play a decent amount on my Xbox on 15. Yeah. Farming Simulator 15, I really started playing Farming Simulator. Then 2017 came out. I bought that, played a decent amount, then started the YouTube channel up. And then I've been just playing every farm sim since then. There's only been 3 farm sims since I've basically been doing YouTube. But there's going to be more to come, I feel like, but I feel like it's going to be a few more years this time. Like, wasn't it every 3 years or something?
Yeah, but see, hopefully if they take longer to get the games to come out, it'll be less bugs and more equipment brands, more equipment, and you know, overall just nicer features in the game.
I was surprised they didn't have the game ready for actually playing a month before to play it hardcore. You know what I mean? Like, I feel like the game...
Yeah.
I feel like FarmCon and all that kind of stuff, they had it a lot earlier where people were actually playing it, sending it out, sending copies out and all that kind of stuff. Like, they were giving 19 out before it actually got released. It felt like 2 weeks before I think they had it ready. But I understand where they ran their own launcher this year, didn't they?
Yeah, they ran their own.
I think we'll come back up that far one way over there, closer to the trucks.
Okay. Yeah, but they did run their own little launcher this year.
I don't know if that's where some of the bugs were in. That's kind of hard to say, but I get where Giants are going. Like, they are a pretty good-sized company. They're getting bigger and bigger, and they're starting to buy more of their own kind of stuff, it seems like. But I do like how they have... Part of me likes the landscaping mode. Some of it doesn't. Like, placing sheds and stuff like that is kind of weird how you have to go into that all the time. I don't know. I was kind of getting pretty good with the 19 landscape.
I like this landscaping that they had, that they added into 22.
Yep.
My one downfall is the fact that you can't take the sheds and you can't actually move them up and down. To where when you place it, it puts it on a flat ground. And there's sometimes you place it on a flat ground and it'll leave this big old hump getting into the shed, and you can't fix it. You just can't. You try to fix it and it'll make like a ditch in the front entrance. There's nothing you can do about it.
Like, you're almost better to place the shed down, sell the shed, and then level it all to the shed height, and then place the shed back in there.
Yeah, but the thing about that is sometimes if you don't place it exactly right, it just makes it 5 times worse than what it was.
Yeah. Like, it's kind of hard. I bet it really sucks on console.
Oh, no doubt about it. I bet you it sucks with an Xbox controller.
I don't
or
think
a
I could ever.
PS4.
The way that this game is, like, my brother is having issues of the game just crashing and stuff like that. I don't know if that's still happening or not, but I think his Xbox is kind of a POS, so that could be it too. I don't know. But I was never really. I did play a little bit of 15. Like, I mostly played 15 on the Xbox, and then 17 came out, and then I kind of messed around quite a bit on the computer by myself. Got a computer and kind of played around, and then I did like a farming tournament with Squad, and then I kind of met Riley and everyone, and then things have just been kind of taken off since then. Meeting new people, and then playing with them all the time, and I find it a lot more fun than what it used to be. Like, myself making videos back when I first started in Farming Simulator 17 on County Line there. That's basically all I did, was I messed around, played around. That was kind of cool. It was starting to get boring when I was doing the bigger fields, but I've realized a lot, like, I'm kind of thankful for having Michael and the crew Michael, James, and all of them, for the crew that I have to help me out behind the scenes, to get stuff where I need it to be, to jump on, record. Like, half of these videos, they wouldn't be like how they are, kind of planned out. Some are just kind of messy and jammed in and kind of like that, but a lot of them are just kind of where they actually do help behind the scenes pretty well in all the videos. Like, there is some sort where they're actually out there, like they're actually behind the scenes kind of helping or doing something somewhere else to kind of either prep for another video or stuff like that. For instance, right now, Michael is on the other server getting it ready to go for the next video that I'm going to record, or what we're going to do tonight is going to be what I'm going to record on a time lapse. So that is kind of something right there. Like, the other server, they're going to put a lot of time into that one for me behind the scenes, and I'm just basically going to get on and record. That's basically all I'm probably going to be doing on that server. But when I get ahead, I will jump on and I'll actually help them. Speaking of that server is an 8-slot server. I believe it is private. We might be looking for one person that would be designated to kind of play with us on that server, but I am not 100% sure. There's a few private mods on there that we do not want to give out to anyone. That is something that actually has been going on. James, do you want to kind of fill me in about the private mod deals that are going on right now?
What you mean by that?
Something about people leaking mods, or...
Oh, well, there's a whole lot of people that have Patreons and stuff like that, and people are just taking the Patreon mods and just posting them on all these free websites. And the main reason why people do Patreon mods is because as much time they spend on it and much money as they spend on it, they do Patreon to get their money back out of it and just create more good mods. And then you got people that just come out and just leak them onto the website. And yeah, some people don't want to pay for a mod, but that's why y'all get mods with all the errors on them and lag your game out, and the people that actually pay for it actually get the good mods, the mods that actually work, the high quality mods. It's just
like, that's the thing, young kids or something. Well, not necessarily young kids, but
no, it's not necessarily. I mean, it's people in their 20s and stuff like that that just they think it's, oh, I shouldn't have to pay for this.
Well, I'll pay for it, then everyone else doesn't have to pay for it, kind of something like that. I get where the
Yeah,
Patreon people are going. The older that I got, the more the farm sim that I've started playing with, more people that have started, like James, for instance, like, the way that you kind of explain it, yeah. Like, if you look at the mods, people take, like, custom modding, JHG. There's probably more that I can name off. But, for instance, like, they spend probably, what, months?
months and stuff like that, just making the model, and then not
Designing.
yeah, and then you gotta script it and texture it and clear all the errors out of it that it has.
And then make all the functions and kind of stuff like that. Like,
Yeah,
it takes a lot of time. Like, I think there's a few mods where custom modding's working on, for instance, that are probably just about a year. Or not quite that long. But I feel like people probably... I think there is people that would probably take longer, but at the same point, they probably do not have a nice crew where... See, custom modding has... I don't know how big of a crew they have going on, but, for instance, they have a bunch of different people where a couple people... Probably one person working on each mod, or would they have, like, 2 or 3 working on the same mod, kind of?
they probably just have one working on each mod. They might have two,
Like, they might
depending
have
on
a
the
guy
mod.
going around scripting, designing.
Yeah,
See, that's... I don't know. Like, I don't know very much about modding. Riley knows a little bit more. James, by the sounds of it and the way it seems, James is the guy to kind of ask about modding stuff.
I mean, I know a little bit. I couldn't make a mod from scratch, but you know,
You gotta learn somewhere. You just gotta start monkeying
yeah,
around with it, feels
like
like.
the only way you're gonna learn is jumping in there and doing it. You're either gonna do it right or you're gonna mess up. There's one of them, and then you're gonna learn your mess up by doing it more and more and more.
Yeah. It's just one of those things. It's like, not sure, but you gotta, if you want to start modding, you kind of gotta start messing around with it. I bought the collector's edition. There is like a CD, a modding tutorial thing in there. I don't really want to spend the time and start messing with mods. I don't want to break
Yep.
games.
Just to let you know, that little modern tutorial that they got,
Yeah.
junk.
Really?
They don't teach you anything.
Try?
Yeah, I bought it, and I tried looking at it, reading it, and stuff like
No blame.
watching the videos. It doesn't teach you a whole lot.
Oh, you bought the collector's edition too?
Yeah, it don't teach you a whole lot.
What did you think of the collector's edition?
I mean, I like it.
I mean, I like the beacon. I think that's the best part and the main reason why I bought it.
Well, the only reason I bought it is because I don't buy a whole lot of collector's editions, so I figured, hey, screw it. You know what? I'll buy it.
See what it's kind of like.
Yeah,
I feel like 19 had a better one.
I didn't buy 19s.
I watched, like, I've always watched, like, Daggerwin. Who else have always kind of... I think Daggerwin. Daggerwin was kind of like the first farm simulator guy that I always kind of watched. And then I started watching Squad one day, and then I played with him, worked for him for a bit. Now I'm kind of on my own, doing my own thing. It's kind of nice. But I think when we get to the end, James is what, pretty well got trucks full, or?
Trucks are pretty much full, and then I'm at 66 and climbing.
Yeah, so when we get to the end here, I think James and I are going to swap out. Quite sure James would like to run the combo. I think a little bit of grain card action wouldn't be too bad either. So we get to the end here, we'll we gotta turn the separator off and everything. They don't kick me out as soon as I get out of the seat. Drive up a little bit, so I can actually walk in front of the tractor. And let's go hop in the 9R, and James is gonna take over for me. Alright, let's see how this thing works. We got, what do we got? 12 hours in this tractor already? Holy smokes. tractor's getting some hours. Yeah, you normally don't see me running grain cart very often. I run it a lot in real life, but going forward in Farm Simulator, I don't run grain cart very much at all anymore. I mostly choose to usually run combine, a lot low-keyed. I can multitask, edit videos, and a lot of other things at the same time when I'm running combine, it feels like. Especially when I'm on longer rows. So that is nice, but do you guys want me to kind of switch around doing different kind of stuff in videos? Let me know. Looks like James has got trucks running. That truck's full.
I think that back one can hold a little bit more. Unless it's the way it looks. It might just be the way it looks.
This trailer can hold a little bit. But I think I got them full. Yeah. So we do have the trucks full now. Not too much on grain car duty, but we'll probably run over to James and we'll catch him coming back up. We'll have, it's kind of cool how you hear that whine. As soon as the auger kind of hits, it's kind of cool.
Yeah, I do like that. That's a nice little touch.
It is a nice little touch. You got it there. So we'll catch James going back up. We'll unload on the go. And then James and I will probably end up hauling trucks. And we'll get them back to the grain bins. Get the trucks back to the other farms before they get on, and they won't know the difference. Unless they watch the video, but it's the only way to tell. So wait for James here to crank around. Swing that auger out, GPS. Just cranking. Try not to get into the head a little bit. Probably a good idea. Probably not a bad idea to put a longer. I did change the boot on the end. I kind of like the other one, but I think it probably wouldn't have been a bad idea to leave it out the other one. The one that was on it kind of spreads it out. So I'm not 100% sure on what, but that is basically what we are. We're stuck with. This is something we got in real life. We have to run a lot closer to the head. Like, I damn near have to kiss tires with the duals on the 270 there, with the corner of the head there. Like, there's not very much room. I always run a lot of steer because I'm always scared to hit the end of the head. I do not want to hit the head. I mean, it's in Farm Sim, it doesn't damage it. But in real life, I don't really want to find out because there's a lot of stuff I think would happen if you hit the end. I don't know, it's just one of those things that I don't really want to do. It's probably been done many times. But if you guys did enjoy this video, please smash that thumbs up button, subscribe, turn that post notification. Don't forget to go and check all the other videos out. And we will catch you tomorrow on County Line. Thanks for watching, guys. Let me know down below what you thought.